So welcome back to another another time of working at the wall poster. So today I actually made sure that the thing in the wall is actually smooth enough. So to put the poster down, and also did some recalibrations on the poster itself. Turned out it's a little bit longer than it should be. Who would have thought? So now instead of a tiny picture, it's gonna be a little bit more longer. So the height is nothing, almost absolutely nothing, no difference. But the height you can all clearly see it's a little bit more spread out. Anyway, no further ado, let's get started on this. So, ow, 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 ow. I need to double check one thing before I do. Yes, absolutely correct. Good. So yeah, a lot of things have been done. One of the things that I have done is fixing up the size, and that's it actually, because I didn't have enough time today to do anything else. My nephew came by to and we had lots of fun. We went to grab some ice cream and grab some coffee with my aunt, and my mother. So that was all fun. That was definitely actually quite funny to do. Especially that I actually ate some ice cream that tasted like cake. Normally I would not say that that is possible, but yeah, the cake was possible, and I'm very happy to know now that even that the cake is possible, it was a good cake. And I'm very happy upon that. Alright, now we need to grab this, and then we can start with that bed on over here. So. There you go. So what right now I'm doing is actually getting the moss up and running. So that's the thing. Then I also need to grab this car right here. Oh, 50 crap. No. This will work better. Alright, so now I need to make sure that I have this a little more in the back. Like so. Alright. There you go, there you go. Now this should be working fine. Yes, it does. It does. Good. So now that we've done that, we now need to make sure that we have the rest erased. So right here. Alright, good. Now we need to actually add in the grass itself, which is not the main problem here. Absolutely not. And then we are almost golden with it. So, yeah. It's getting there. It just takes some bits of time to making sure that everything is set the way I want it to be. And that is most likely the main issue that I'm having right now, which is fixing every single thing that I need to do. Yeah. There you go. Ah, alright, I see I made a mistake here. I need to put this on top of it. Let's start here and then just know the work out after that. My planning is to make sure that I have, with this simplistic art style, I do want to add some little bit of a more shenanigans to it. I do want to have to keep the peaceful idea of it, but I do want to create some more issues later on. So if I have this right here, you can see that I do want to have some more things that I want to do with it. The main issue is that I cannot fully do that right now, but I will try to do it once I'm done getting what I want. And what I'm doing right now is filling in the sand bits, or filling in the grass. Alright. Now we're gonna grab some more darker colors and then it should be going upwards the way I want it to be. And then I need to grab some more different kind of colors. Probably something like this would work, right? Alright. That will work. That will definitely work. Now we need to grab this one, and now we need to make sure that this is fully done properly. So right now we need to erase some stuff. So we want... There you go, that is what I want. I want this to be gone as well. And then I also want this to be removed. Alright. So now that we have erased everything that I want, now we're gonna get back to filtering the spots that I left behind. Which can be quite easily removed anyway. Oh, hello, Dane. How it's going? I'm actually doing quite well. Currently I'm trying to get this drawing that I'm working for from the wall painting to get fixed. Because, you know, it has been a long time to get everything up and running properly. The main issue is that this drawing is quite hard to do because of all the issues that I had with it, but it should be no problem once I'm done with it. So that's that. So right now what we have here is the stream, as you can see. So there needs to be something here that makes it more looking more nicer. Well, that's the main idea of it at least. So what I want to do here is fixing this bit up right about here. Come on, there you go. There you go. So right now we have this bit of puddle there, we have that grass bit right there. What do we want now? So that we have this bit of rock here, we have that one. I actually wanted to create something funny. Because we do have the drawing, which is nice. Save this just in case. And then I will put back in the drawing itself, which is underneath this one. No. Ah, it's in the other one, of course. Well, at least you know it is working properly. And I do know what it looks like, so therefore it should be not problematic. So from now on, I actually need to work on fixing it by perspective. Which is not a bad idea, honestly. I really like it a little bit of challenge here, so we're gonna do it anyway. So what I want to do is create a waterfall like so, and then make it look like a waterfall. So blush stream there, blush stream there, blush stream there, like so. So the tree is gonna be like this. And then it's gonna be like rock there, rock there, rock there, and rock there, which then has this waterfall. And then it goes straight down. So I want this waterfall to go straight down. All right. That's what I want. Now the only downside is I need to make sure that this fits. So what I'm going to be doing is sizing this up to make the aspect of the size correct. So what I'm now doing is actually fixing the waterfall that goes down with it. So that we have a waterfall without a problem of not having a waterfall. So this should be the shape then. Of course, this is a terrible shape, don't get me wrong, that's absolutely horrendous, but if we now follow this shape instead of the other one, we should be fine. So therefore, you know, this is gonna be a shape. Alright. Now that we have done that, we can now put this difficulty a bit more downwards. Alright, cool. So what I want to do now is put in the lines. And I do need to be careful here to not screw this over. So we need this. And then we can just get on with the rest of it. Yeah. This is all going to be the same. But this one right here is going to be going like this. Aha. Alright. So this is one of the streams. Then we need to go for one more that goes like this. And then we need to go for a stream that goes here as well. So we need to go for a stream. There you go. And the whole idea here is that we're just getting the waterfall up and running properly. Right now I cannot try... Right now I can't fix everything in this drawing. It's also not my idea to fix everything. My idea is to make the drawing and then, you know, fix it later on with some more specializations on some things or features that I want to do or try out. After all, it's just a drawing anyway. But it does rely sometimes on some sneaky little things that need to be done. There you go. That's one more. Now we're gonna go for one more that is gonna be like this. And then one here needs to be done. Of course, this does not mean that this is representing a waterfall correctly. No, 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 no. That's definitely not the case. But it does represent the style of a waterfall, which means that it is actually technically a waterfall, even if it doesn't say so. Which is the main problem with the drawing itself on many occasions. All right. Now we need this. And then we need this. And that should be it for the waterfall. Now you're probably asking like, wait. So this is gonna be representing our waterfall? Well, yes and no. Not actually everything, but it does gonna be representing the waterfall in quite a long bit. Because right now, what we've done, we created a little bit of a parkour with the drawing. And as you can see, there is a lot of things that need to be drawn in, which we can no longer do with the original way, which is a problem. But we can now for certainly assume that this is now fully completed. So we're gonna merge this. And this suddenly drops everything to, well, wow, 1 bit gigabyte gone. Wow, that's not a lot. So now we have this. We now need to merge these two because we actually need it. So merge them with the layer below. Thank you. All right, cool. And suddenly it's more. Wow, I'm disappointed. All right, now that we have done this, we have now merged it. We can now add it in the river a bit. Because as you can see, the river here is not fully correct. The river here is like, it does has its own flows and ebbs, but doesn't have everything correctly. This is why there is always a little bit of an issue with these things. When you create a river and then you suddenly realize that you come to the sudden realization that a river flows, right? But not everything with the river goes always like this. Like you have a river, right? You have a lovely flowing river and you have hooked journeys, but there is way too many hooks and nooks and crannies here, which doesn't make it feel unnatural. The whole feeling of a river, it doesn't feel like it. What it does feel like is that there is a certain type of edge holding it back. Which needs to be, of course, well, this doubt, this waterfall of ideas needs to go down. And then, once the waterfall comes, it always needs to go in one way or another. If you don't do it that way, it always goes south. And the more I do this, the more, the waterfall comes to life. I add little flow streams towards it, and eventually, the waterfall gives shape. The main issue right now is that, well, while it does give shape, the shape that we want is not desirable or reshapeable in any sort of mean, which means that, once we create this whole waterfall thing and then, create all the effects around it, it stucks in this shape, which does and might even concern other people, other beings from creating. Because you're creating a stream that is actually not a stream. You're creating a flow that is actually not usable for anybody else except you or the people who are using it, which can cause major issues. To prevent these issues from happening, we also need to add some more shading in there. We need to add the flow. We need to add some, depth towards this kind of rough waterfall that comes down with a spiral out of control. You mean it's always good to have these things. The when you create this, you come to the sudden realization like well, there is a problem. You don't say there is a problem. You say, well, sir, it looks like we have a little bit of an issue. And then, you suddenly come to the realization that, yeah, waterfalls go fast. And they go fast down very quickly. Of course, when you drew this, it might not have seemed like that. It's like, it's just a waterfall. Why would there be so much ruckus going on in a waterfall like that? And I'm like, yeah, why would you even concern about yourself about this? It's just a waterfall, man. There is no need to worry or concern yourself about that this waterfall will do something. And this is where everything goes. It all goes straight into these world slashes. All of this ideas, all these flowings of this waterfall. And then when it strikes, it's all good. I mean, I think it is. It should be. I'm trying to do my very best here to get everything here online, and that's trying to fix the wall painting. It's always great to know that the wall painting is actually quite good. So, the more I do this, the more better I get at it. Let's put it that way. But of course, once you come to the realization that these things don't always stick, it might, be a little bit of an issue. And now that's where we're going. We're creating this feeling of flow, an ebb, and some certainty of life-changing events going into the flow of the stream. Of course, these streams are just, regular streams, and therefore, it should not be difficult to come to the realization that these streams are not that hard to understand. All right. There you go. Now, since we have this, we can now add in the lighter color there to implement that the stream is now flowing correctly. So where does the flow go? It goes down, and it goes hard. It's a stopping force not to be reckoned with. And so many of these flow shots will show the world that the stream is going. The more it goes, the better it goes, the faster it goes, the more gentle streams go merging, the more the blending of the two sides go with the same coin. And that's what you want to do. You want to create the effect, or at least the illusion, that this is a waterfall. And that's what I want to create. I didn't want to create, just a stream or whatever. I want to create a waterfall that is representable by a waterfall, and by doing this, I guarantee myself to make sure that this does represent a waterfall. It's not the prettiest one, definitely not. I have seen more better ones than this, to be for sure, but this should be fine. Hold on a sec. There we go. Mom was asking me something. What was that? Oh yeah. So by creating more special effects or more ideas of what is going to be happening with this waterfall, the more you create a feeling of, a waterfall to be there. Now, since that we have done this and we have the waterfall, we now need to merge this again to prevent any certain types of issues from occurring. One of the issues is gonna be, well, you know, what we just saw. It's gonna be crashing, which we didn't want last time. We didn't want this to be crashing. All right. So now we have this. We can now add in some fish. Why do we want some more fish? Because the more fish we have, the better it gets. You know, we have fish that go upwards, we have fish that go downwards. But the best fish always swim upwards towards the river stream, and just sometimes they jump out, sometimes they don't. But most of these fish are quite gentle. And they're not the best fish, definitely not, but they always find their way in. And never they are bothered with it. You know, you know when you see a fish, you know, it tries to live up to its name. It tries to make sure that, you know, it goes somewhere. And then once you have the fish, you're just gonna go for more fish. I want to first go for the body of the fish because that's more problematic if I don't have that. So these fish, they try to drive upstream, but not always they succeed. Most of them just, you know, fall off or get eaten by bears or anything like that. They're quite stupid at being fishes, but what they lack in stupidity is what they don't lack in numbers. So if whenever you see a fish, you always need to realize that, you know, oh man, this fish is trying to do its very best to do the things right. But always remember, they're always fish. Alright. That's how you draw a fish, right? Yeah, that's the fish draw. Fish that try to go upwards. So we have fish now that go upwards, we have fish that go downwards, and we have things that go by. Now the main problem is that we are, you know, we're trying to do a very abstract feeling towards this. And now we need to make it like kaboom, slice it in half, because that's what I realized when I came to the realization when I loaded this up. I was like, I do want to have like this cool feeling of just a painting, which, you know, this is definitely a painting. As you can see, it is definitely a painting. But it does feel too basic for my needs, and to make it more entertaining, I just need to do more stuff with it, which I'm going to be doing. And as you can see, I only have options for 1, 2, 3 layers before, you know, everything stacks up and gets way too big. So how do we prevent this from happening? Well, we could try to do it like the original way and make a new layer, and then, you know, decide a layer part like this maybe, and then, you know, cut it in half, like cut this bit right out. Cut this bit right out. And then, you know, replace this with something new. It won't negatively, you know, create anything new, but it does make it more interesting to watch when you have fragments inside of another painting. So you have a painting that is in a fragment of another painting, and then, you know, you have a certain fragment in that painting that, you know, is then replacing a lot of the painting itself. So that's what I want to do. But first, we need to make sure that this painting is a little bit more interesting to look at before we can do it, and then, you know, we can half-ass the rest of it, and then, you know, continue with the rest of the painting inside of the other painting, which then represents all the stuff that you want to create in the first place anyway. So we have this layer right here, and now we need to actually move onwards to our plan. We need to look for stuff that we want to create. Most of this is just gonna be, you know, well, most of this is gonna be just brush strokes, but I want to see, like, we have this right here, and we know now that we need to add some stuff here, so we should add some more greenery here, then add a scenery right here. So we're gonna put a sky in this place. So we already know that we need a sky. This sky is gonna be like right over here, so I'm gonna be making it. Yeah, let's go for white. The sky needs to be right over here, something like that. But not right there fully. If I want to go for a sky, I should go for something like this. It's far more gentle if I go for this. No, that's too high, so ideally I want the sky to be here. And why do I want this to be the sky right here? It leaves me with enough options to put something in here. So I want this line right there. Yeah. It leaves me with enough options to make sure that I have the sky properly placed. So, like so. So now this is actually a thing that I can use. This bit I can use, this bit I can use, and the rest I don't need. But I will mark this so that I know now where I need to be doing things. Like that. Because we don't need a sky for the other part. We just need to have the sky where it needs to be, but I do like to have turn into the light source of it. It's gonna be a pink sky? Nah, but pink for now because, well, you know, I needed to indicate that this is gonna be the sky. Normally we would do that with yellow or green or whatever, but I am like, nah, not in the mood for switching colors if I am gonna be probably using them anyway. So we now know what the problem is. We have a sky, we have a painting, and we have this. We have this seasonal bedding of layering out. So right here, there needs to be stuff. Right here, we don't technically need stuff. We just need to make sure that there is some stuff here to represent. So rocks, probably some rock fall, which then, you know, implements that there is a waterfall here. So cliffside, rock fall, and then this needs to be gentle. All right. So what I want to create here, I probably want to create something like very small-ish that would not interfere with this one right here. So this is right now. Well, this is right now, and this is what now is. So this bit right here needs to be implemented. So I should have something like river lights that indicate that this is actually smaller than the other one. Bit. Ooh. All right. So I need to add a layer, that's for sure, and I need to add more layers in there because, well, you know, gonna be probably using that. Gonna be saving, just in case. Now let's try something funny. So what I want to create here is a bit of a tiny little plant. So what I want to create is like tiny little bits of grass going into it, and then, you know, make it into like that. Yes, excellent. So I want these things to be there. See them as little flowers, but instead of flowers, it's more like, you know, jagged, haggard bits and nuts and crannies that, you know, rise up from the sky, and it's like a flower bed without flowers. Well, there are flowers in there, but it's a very it's from the same how do you say that, species Yeah, it's a subspecies of the asparagus plant, which is quite funny to see. Um, why would I choose this? Because I really came to the realization that they are actually quite fluffy. Well, they have the same fluff texture in it, but they also produce some little purple flowers, I believe, in the end of the summer. But yeah, it does bloom, but rarely. So right now we have filled up this area with some flowers that not yet are there, but what we can do now is add in the brush, which we need for this, and then add in the dark brush for this. Yeah, probably. There you go. Now I need to get this to be perfected. So now I need to go back in there and fix this bit. Oh, wrong one, but it didn't matter. Didn't matter too much, honestly. Alright, now that we've done that, we now need to casually erase some bits here and there, like right there, right there, right there, and right there. So now we have this. We have some flowers. We have some flowers that we can move around if we want to. But actually, I don't want to move it around. I actually want it just to have it right here. The main reason is because, what? Yeah, right now. The main reason is because we still have some stuff to do. As you remembered correctly. There you go. This should fix it. Yep. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, because the lake, of course. So technically this needs to be below the lake then, right? Yes, it does. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Still no issues whatsoever. Nice. There you go. Alright. So now that we have drawn the grass again, It's a little bit more or less tiny than before. Well, it's more tiny in the bag, but it should just do the trick here. And now, oh, let's slip to green. There you go. So now that is more better for me. Yes. All right. Looks like I need to draw a rock again. Right over there in the middle here. Need to draw some rocks. Let's see. 50 minutes. Nah. I'll leave it for tomorrow anyway. Then, yeah. Better call. So, yeah. All right. I like it. I like where this is going. So, I hope you all enjoyed for today. And thanks all for watching. I hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day and bye!